July 2019 to June 2020.
All right, there we go, sorry.
Question, hey Don, are you taping this part? Can we?
Yes, he just turned it on.
Oh, thank you. Cool.
Yeah,
all right.
This club is a young club started by Ken Shalito. At this time, let's pause to be grateful for what a successful year we've had. Let's give it a okay, turn the page. On our agenda for our celebration, we'll be talking about membership, meetings, speeches, contests, events and news, and awards.
And I will begin talking about our membership this year. How many different people attended at least one club meeting this year? Any guesses? 55 members and guests throughout the whole year. And we welcomed a total of 10 new members, although I thought we only had 7, but 6 are currently with us. New members this year: Sierra Johnson, Ramona Spires, Michelle Swenson, Ed Taylor, Shara Vasquez, and Tiffany Westbay was a returning member. And a lot of us have been around for a while. Those are our new members. We have several that were here for a year already: Greg Dahl, Linda Scharf, Debbie Tolich. 3-year anniversary coming up: me, Luis Perez, Michelle Perez, and Tiffany Westbay. 4 years: Richard, Kevin, Sue, Pam, and Andrea. 5 years with Toastmasters is Carrie. 8 years with Toastmasters is Keith. 10 years, Betsy Peacock. 11 years, Art Bird and Don Scarmuzzi. 13 years, Mark. 17 for Ted. 20 years for Ken. 21 years for Michael Garrick, who we don't ever see except for a couple times at contests. And 22 years, Mickey Thomas. Let's take a pause for a round of applause for everybody. Woo! Good job, you guys. We've got some long-standing members.
Now, I'm going to give us some information about our meetings this year. Today is our final 22nd club meeting of the year. The minimum number of members people we had at a meeting was 13, and the most we've had at our meetings is 26. On the average, we had 16 members and 2 guests at a meeting, and we have greeted 23 unique first-time visitors.
Wow.
Now, our club meeting attendance, our superstars, or people who attended at least 90% of the meetings, are Becky Ann Harker, Sierra, Lewis, Michelle, Don, Debbie, and Mark. Those who are honorable mentions, so let's give them applause. The honorable mentions who attended at least 75% are Art, Susan, Mickey, Andrea, Keith, and Carrie. Now, you know what, I should have told you earlier, but if you wanted the vocabulary words, of course, you can request a copy of this, I'm sure. But look at the new words that we learned this year.
Wow.
Moving on, we're going to talk about our speeches. We have given this year 70 speeches in 22 meetings. Let's let that set in. And that's not even including today. 32 people gave at least 1 speech. And then we had some overachievers. Lewis and Michelle gave at least 10 speeches this year on their way to finishing their last legacy program. That's a lot of stinking speeches. Good job, you guys. Our superstars gave at least 5 speeches, Debbie and Andrea. And those giving at least 3 speeches, Becky Ann Harker, Sierra Johnson, Linda Scharf, Ramona Spires, Keith Wilhelm, and Carrie Zapka. So I had talked about this at our last meeting, but we really did a lot of work to reach our goals this year. And we had several that met their legacy program goals. Sue got her Competent Communicator Award. Louis and Michelle, with their 10+ speeches, reached their Advanced Communicator Bronze Awards. Richard and Mickey got their Competent Leader Awards. Andrea got an Advanced Leader Bronze. Mickey, okay, in this last week, Mickey has gotten her Advanced Leader Silver. And although the point went to 408, Mickey also reached Distinguished Toastmaster. Everybody, you need to give her a huge round of applause, and everyone on their legacy program.
Hey, Mickey!
But they were not the only ones working hard. Oh, these were all the people who are enrolled in pathways. 17 of our 27 members are currently in a path, and you can see some of the paths that are listed here. And there are more. I think we're up to 11 paths. So for those of you that have not chosen a path yet, you can still take your little quiz and pick one. But our pathways people also did a lot of work this year. We had 3 people finish level 1 this year, Sierra, Debbie, and Carrie. We had 2 people finish level 2, Debbie, if you noticed, did level 1 and 2, and Andrea, who also finished level 3 this year. And then I finished level 4, and I'm actually halfway through level 5, which I'll give to the club for next month, or next year. Woo-hoo! So round of applause for all of our accomplishments this year.
Hey! Hey! Anybody else more effervescent than me? Oh, okay, now we're going to talk about the contest that we had this year. In our international speech contest, table topics and speech competition, the participants in the contest table topics were Mickey, Susan, Michelle, Linda, Deborah, Andrea, and Ramona. I took first place in the table topics. Andrea took second place. In the speech contestants, the international speech contest, it was Becky, Louis, Ken, and Mickey. And Becky took first place, and Mickey took second.
Ooh.
Also, our club for the first time held the area contest, and the participants for that were Susan. For table topics were Susan, Michelle, and Andrea. And Susan, no, there was another person from another area. We don't have his name in there. But then also there were speech contestants, Mickey, Becky Ann, and Louis. Mickey took first place, and Becky Ann took second place in, that was the other one. But there was a person.
No, in area, Mickey took first, and she went on to district.
Yeah, Mickey took first, yes. The area contest one is, the table topics one is confusing because there was a man from another place who took the table topics.
Alliance Club member Doug
Yeah,
Price.
Doug Price did.
The Alliance Club. Okay. We can move on.
Okay, I'm sorry. Other things that have happened this year. We did host again, I think this is the second year, a live viewing of the actual international contest that we held at the Wien building. Lots of food. It was open to the public. I don't remember. I think we had maybe a guest or 2. We did our holiday celebration and children's gift donation, where everyone brought gifts up to $10 that we donated to the preschool at the church. And people, this was our table topics. You got to open a present and talk about it. Warren Toastmasters was also in the news at least 3 times. We had recently about adapting to virtual meetings. That was in the review. And also thanks to Art Bird. Art has all the connections, and he wrote up these great articles and submitted them. There was one in February that was talking about our speech contest, and before that in January, he sent in an article about how we received President's Distinguished status last year. We also started our little campaign, Say More, Talk Less. We've got t-shirts and hats. You can't see mine, but I'm wearing mine. I think a couple others are too. So those are some of the extra things that we did this year.
And that was led by Sue.
Yep, that was Sue's brainchild.
That's right. So now we're going to talk about awards. I am so happy. We received the Online Ovation Educational Award. Gold. Now listen carefully. As Toastmaster clubs around the world adapt to the effects of coronavirus crisis is having on in-person events and meetings, Toastmasters International created this award for clubs for commencing online club meetings by June 30th, 2020, and demonstrating continued member speech progress. Minimum of 4 educational goals met, which was silver, and minimum of 6 educational goals met, gold. We persevered and did more. So yes. Woo-hoo. Also, which is very, very important, and we were worried. We didn't think we would make it, but we did. We are President's Distinguished Club again. Woo. Toastmasters International rates clubs on how well their club members pursue their personal public speaking educational goals and its ability to attract and retain members. We have achieved the highest club rating from Toastmasters International.
Wow.
Wow.
And I want to throw in there too that in order to get President's Distinguished, you needed 9 out of the 10 points. And as of last time, we got all 10. We have 10 out of 10 points, which is amazing. Good work, you guys.
Yes. So congratulations and thank you for a wonderful year. And I'm going to pass my effervescence on to Mark Williams.
Yeah, that was a little effervescent, actually, Michelle. All right, and that is our review of the year. We wanted a little celebration so everyone can see all of the accomplishments that we've worked on all year. We've done a great job. We are a strong club. We are a very strong club, and I'm very proud of us. We did great. Okay.